Yes. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's open our drawing. Yeah, it's a test 3. Yes. So where we are?
सर एक मिनट, एक क्वेश्चन था सर।
Huh?
बोलना था कि सर एलिवेशन इसमें जब दिया रहता है तो
Hmm.
हम लोग सेक्शन क्यों कटेंगे? एलिवेशन में जाके एलिवेशन बना सकते हैं, सेक्शन के लिए तो अलग से सेक्शन काट सकते हैं, 2 ही सेक्शन, एक्स एक्स वाई वाई।
हाँ, तो
तो सर आपने एलिवेशन बनाने के लिए सबका अपने सेक्शन लिया था, तब जाके एलिवेशन बनाया था।
बराबर।
तो सेक्शन लेना जरूरी है कि डायरेक्ट एलिवेशन में जाके भी हम लोग सकते हैं उसका एलिवेशन?
हाँ, ये भी कर सकते हैं ना आप, ये इलेवेशन भी दे सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो इलेवेशन भी यूज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन कैसा है कि मैंने सेक्शन यूज किया है। को सेक्शन कैसा है, हम एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं आगे पीछे। ठीक है, इलेवेशन में कैसा आपका जो मार्क रहता है ये यहाँ पे रहता है, फिर यहाँ पे अगर सिलेक्ट किया तो इसका रेंज कहाँ तक दिखाना है वो कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, सो इसलिए अगर मुझे इतना ही पार्ट दिखाना है, यहाँ पे कुछ पार्ट है वो मुझे दिखाना नहीं है, इसलिए मैंने सेक्शंस मार्क किया था। आप इलेवेशन भी दे सकते हैं, वैसे कुछ बात नहीं है। सो क्या करेंगे, इसको डुप्लीकेट करेंगे और आपका जो ग्रिड है वो ग्रिड नंबर दे देंगे उसको, तो ये भी आप कर सकते हैं। ठीक है,
हाँ सर, ओके।
से, सेक्शन देने की वजह है कि मुझे कुछ एडजस्ट करना है। सो कुछ पार्ट अगर है यहाँ पे मुझे नहीं दिखाना है, ठीक है, तो वो मैं एडजस्ट कर सकता हूँ यहाँ पे। मुझे जैसा चाहिए वैसा मैं इलेवेशन सेक्शन का रेंज है ना वो स्ट्रेच कर सकता हूँ। ठीक है,
ओके सर।
okay, yeah. So where we are, okay, so we have created the drawing, floor plan, roof plan, sections, then wall elevation, and then connections. So we saw how to create the connection. So if you see this, so I have given the connection here for this base plate. So it's detail 2 on drawing number S05. So if you go here, so this is your detail 2, then we can give the section here. Then similarly you can give the different section connection detail. For example, this one. So if I want to give this connection detail, okay, so you need to go here, view. Okay, so you need to enter in your view, just here call out and just add, and just add up to here. So I want to represent this connection for this column to roof. Then uh, we can cover also this one, Z purlin on the raft and C purlin on the raft. Okay, so we can cover this. So just consider this is my detail number 3. So if you add viewport, view detail view here, right click and you need to go to your view. Then you need to just clean up here. Okay, so this vertical wall, I don't want to show this vertical wall, so you can hide this, hide elements. So you can see here, so you need to set your scale. Suppose I want to give the 1:10, so I will just set the scale, and this is the viewport frame. So you can just arrange the border where you want to show, right? Then this part I don't want to highlight mainly, so I will convert into the half tone. So just click and convert into the half tone. Okay, so main part is our this. So yes, so this purlin connection, I, I I will hide those things because I want to give the detail here. Okay, so I will hide this. Right click, I will cover the purlin connection in next detail. So what I do, I will just hide in a view element, right? And this also I will cover in next detail, and I will write here. So site purlin not shown for clarity. Okay, if you see here, so if we have add the detail from this location, but you can see here is you have given the this side purlin, right? This one, but if you go here in our view and I have hide, so you need to just highlight here. So SZP1 not shown for clarity. Okay, so what we'll do, I will just change the name here, and I will give the name here detail number 3. Okay, and click here. Then if you go on your drawing, detail drawing, yeah, this one. So you need to just drag here. Okay, and add here. Then this is your detail number 3. So you need to just apply, and then you need to enter here. Then after that you need to clean up this. So you need to show the break line, cut line. Okay, so you have already drawn here, so you can just select and control C, copy, right? And here you need to do control V, right? Like that. Then after that you can just arrange this. So you can rotate this, select this break line, click here, or you can give the arrow command, right? Then after that I want to place this rotation angle at this point. So what we'll need to do, so we have option here, place. Okay, just click on this place and just select your base point. So I want to select here, then I can rotate this. Okay, so you can rotate just parallel to this beam, then you can just give up to here, like that. Okay, you can just adjust this break line. So I have given the break line for this raptor and this sheet. So I will just convert this sheet in half tone. Mostly I want to represent my steel member. So you can see this raptor and this Z purlin. Then you can add your detailing part. Okay, so first of all I want to give the leader. So which member you want to represent here. Then this is ZP1, right? This is your R1. So TG and oops, so R1. Yes, so I have given the tag, right? But it appear here, but you are not able to visible here. Okay, so what we need to do, so in this viewport annotation, if you go here annotation crop. Okay, so if you give any tag or annotation and this annotation is beyond this frame, so you need to just opt this option, right? Then you can see this R1 is visible here. Then you need to just place at this location as per your requirement. So I have given the 2 tags, so I will delete 1 tag. Then similarly you need to add the tag here. So if you go here, so this tag is below here. You need to just move here like that. Okay, and then apply for the break line. So select this break line, right click and create a similar and just add. Then rotate, right? Like that. Okay, so you can give here. Then you need to just, yeah, so this beam is beyond. So you can just add B1, right? And you need to just give the text here. So this is, if I select this, so this is your tag, not not a normal text. Okay, so in that case you can just add the text. Okay, so go to the annotation and text and just you can add here beyond. So beyond means this beam is in your backside of the raptor, right? So you need to give the annotation, all those things. Then after that you need to fix which connection you want to give here, right? If you want to give the welded frame, so if you go here, oops, right, so what I do, I will just on this, and I want to hide this top and wall. Yes, so right click and hide element, then right click, I want to hide this wall, hide and category. So all walls will be hide. Yes. So you need to fix. Suppose I want to give the connection here. So connection between the Raptor and column. Okay. So suppose if you want to highlight only two things, whatever you have select. So I can't see the what will say comfortable both the views, because all the views also here. So you have option. Suppose I want to show only these two member at this connection, so select your as per your requirement and go to here. Okay, and your selection box, so you can use this box. So if I select this box, so you can see two only those part you want to see, like that. So the box is apply here, like that. Then you can just decide. Okay, so suppose I have designed this welded frame. Okay, but welded frame is not possible. So if you want to give the welded frame, so you need to add the splice connection here, right? Then you can give the one column and up to here 1 meter or 2 meter from the center of the column, you can give the splice connection. Then in that case you can give the welded frame, right? So suppose I will show you in Paint. Okay, so as per my requirement, so I want to give this column, right? So I want to give this column, right? And this is my Raptor. So I have designed up to here. Okay, so I will give the fully welded frame, this one. So this is your Raptor and this is your column. So column will be weld at here, right? And after that you can just give the connection here if you design. So suppose this is 500 or 1 meter as per your requirement. Then you need to give continue your next Raptor part, and then you can give the splice connection, right? Suppose this is my Raptor, right? And you need to give the 10 mm gap, and this is also Raptor. Then if you design the splice connection, so you need to give the plate connection here, like that. Okay, for the web is attached to the web. So suppose I will give this plate weld to the this Raptor, okay, at this end, and bolt at the other side. Okay, so in that case you can give the fully welded frame, this one. Then you can just highlight here in your drawing, right? So you can just give the weld symbol and you can highlight the fully welded frame, this one. Then after that, suppose if you want to give the plate connection as per your design, right? So you have, suppose you have designed this type of connection, like that. Okay, so you can just add the plate here and just bolt here, right? So it's depend on your inputs, which type of connection you want, right? So suppose if you want to give the plate connection, so you need to give the plate connection here. So suppose your plate thickness is 16 thick, so you need to stop this column below 60 So top offset is 300, right? So I will add here. Oops. Okay, so I will just, yeah. So you need to modify this, and if you remember, we have added the reference plane here, right? So I want to just select this reference plane. Okay, so I will give the VV, go to the annotation category and reference planes. I will add this, apply, and okay. So if you go here, and we have give, oops. Okay, so you can modify this. So just go here and just say here uncut geometry. So we have cut here previously, so you can just say here uncut the geometry, right? So you can see this reference plane. Then remove, just move this 16 okay, so this is 16 and then apply here select this, go to here, cut, select your column and select your reference plane, right? And then after that you can just add your 2D lines. So just consider, I will just give here 10 mm for the welding from the outside of the column here, right? So this is your column. So I will use the DL command for detail line. Then you need to fix here. So I will select here medium line. Then you can add here 10 mm gap. So this is your plate connection like that. Okay. So I want to just represent here plate like that. Then you need to check the dimension. So yes, so your plate should be parallel to your column. So you need to give the DL command, right, and add here 10 mm gap and just parallel to this face like that. And then after that parallel to this face. And then right click and create similar, and then you can add the plate. Right? So this is your plate. So if you give the bolt connection inside or any as per your requirements, right? So you need to give the bolt here. So I will just draw a line, and this is your bolt connection, whatever you have designed. But you need to give the actual bolt, okay, like that. So previously we saw how to add the bolt, right? Then yes, so if you go here in structural, sorry, annotation, yeah, go to the annotation and here component, right, and detail component. So if you have insert the bolt, so this bolt is listed here, okay. So you can see the bolt, suppose I want to add here 16 mm bolt, okay. So this bolt is without anchor bolt. So you need to go down here and you need to select nut and bolt, and I will just select 16. Oops, sorry. So yes, so this one is okay without bolt. I will just add here, okay. So we need to insert this. So go to the insert, click here load family, okay, and you need to go here, if you go libraries, okay, so libraries India, then you need to go here detail items, then metals, right, metals, then metal fastening. Then you can, if you want to add the bolt in plan view, you can use this bolt head, right. Then if you want to add the bolt anchor bolt, so you can use this family. And if you want to with bolt and nut and bolt with side view, so you can use this. Then you can just insert in your drawing, 3D or 3D model file. And if you go again annotation and component, select on detail like components, so you can see we have added this. Then you can just align this bolt as per your requirement like that, and then you can show this bolt. So you have two grip points here and here, so you can show this, and then you can remove this line, okay. Suppose if you change the diameter, so you can give the different diameter as per your requirement. Suppose I want to change 16 diameter, so diameter is automatically changed, right. Then you need to give the same bolt connection. It's depend on your whatever you have designed, number of bolts, thickness of plate, okay. So you can just represent here. Then you have, once you have given this, so you need to add the one section here. So we know how it looks in this view, but you need to give the section also in this side, okay. So you can add the sections. So to go here, so sections, we have hide the section category, okay. So you need to on this. So click VV, go to the annotation category and sections. So you can see sections and just apply and okay. Then after that you can add your sections. So I want to add the sections here and just change the direction, right? And just up to here. And then you need to just break this section and up to here like that. And you need to represent this. Go to your view. Okay, so you need to clean up this. So I will hide all levels, hide all sections. I don't want to show any section in section. Okay, and just change fine and hidden line. So you need to check which is your column. So we have select this column and just control tab. Yeah, so this is our section. Right, then after that you need to set your scale 1:10. And then I don't want to show any side wall, top wall. I want to just show column and rafter like that. Okay, then in that case we have hide this. We don't want to show. I want to show only this connection, this column connection and rafter connection, right? So you can see this. So this is your column, and then you can just add your connection here also. So suppose I want to add this 16 mm plate here. So this is 16 mm plate, right? Then you can see here is the multiple line shown because this column is inclined. Okay, so we have cut the section here, right? So that's the reason these four lines is coming here. So if I give up to here, so let's see what happened. So you can see the two lines here. Okay, so in that case, so what we'll need to do, if you want to hide some extra lines you don't want to show, so you have option. So select and go to on this option, line work. Okay, and click here. So I don't want to show this line. Okay, so you need to set here invisible lines. So you have option here, invisible lines. So select and just select on this. So this line is invisible like that. And then you can just give, suppose I have given here 10 mm gap for the welding. And then you need to draw as per your actual dimension like that. Okay, and then you need to add your bolt, one bolt here, then one bolt here, and then give the all annotation, all those detail here. And suppose your section number D, so you can say here section number D, give all break lines, member annotation, all those things. Okay, you need to cover all those things and drag your section D here. So this is your section D, so you can give the name D. So you can see section D. Then once you have covered this connection in this view and in this view, then you need to give this connection also, right? So you need to give the connection. Suppose I have given here plate, a 10 mm plate. So you need to add the draw line here. So give the detail line command, medium line, and you need to add the your plate. So medium line is very thick, so you have option thin line also. So if you go here and select thin line, right? And suppose my plate is 12 mm. Okay, so 12 mm from this outer face of this Z purlin. Okay, so just in go to the inside in your view, thin line and suppose 12 mm. So 12 mm line plate is start from this point to this point, right? Then after that you need to, because this plate is weld on the top of the rafter, right? Then right click and you need to just show here your plate, right? So this is your plate. Then after that you need to give the bolt connection. Okay, so what I do, I will just copy this bolt, and suppose I want to, I have designed this bolt size is 12 mm. First of all I will change as per my requirement, right? And I will give the, just give the align command, AL, and select any this line and just select your bolt, right? Then you need to move this bolt here. right? And just move up. Suppose edge distance is 35 mm. Guys, just hold a minute. I have call. We'll be back in minute. Yes. So yeah. So yes. So you need to design. So first bolt is start from 35 mm from the edge of this Z purlin. Then center to center bolt is, suppose I will give here 70 mm, like that. Okay. And then you need to, and your end of the plate, it's 35 from the center of the this bolt. So you need to just add here 35 offset and close your plate size. So you need to just use the perpendicular like that, and then you need to just trim this, so you can add your plate like that. And then after that, you need to give the annotation here. So I want to just represent the dimension. Okay. So for 45 mm is from the top of the rafter, right? Then if you want to give this dimension up to bottom of this, so 35, 35 and 70, then you I want to just clear this dimension, so I will just move like that. Okay. So you can just adjust, avoid the clashing, you can place like that. Okay. Then I want to just represent like that, right? Then after that, I want to represent this gap also. So this gap is 10 mm. So I want to just add the adjust this dimension like that. Okay. And then after that, you can give the annotation for the bolt. Okay. So what I do, I will add here 2M12. Suppose the grade is 8.8 steel, and you can say here bolts, right? So you need to cover all annotation as per whatever you have designed the information, then highlight on these two bolts. Okay. Then after that, suppose I want to give the weld symbol here. You have given only information for the bolt and this Z purlin, this raptor, and I want to add the what will say weld symbol. Okay. So how to add the weld symbol? So you need to just use this text. Okay. And suppose I will just add here in this side, right? Then I will show here typical. Then you need to add the arrow here like that, and just highlight like that. Okay. And then you can just give your weld symbol. Okay. So suppose I want to give the flip weld symbol, so I want to give like that. Then you need to just mirror this like that and just trim. Okay. Then after that, you need to copy these two lines select and select and copy and paste, right? So you, this is your weld symbol. Then after that you can give the weld size. So right click, create similar, and this, suppose I want to give here 6 mm weld, right? So what I do, I will copy and just, right? So you need to give the all information. So 6 mm weld from this side and this side, so I have used this weld symbol. Then after that you can cover this detail also. So in that detail, how to fix, because we don't have any place here for adding this plate. Okay, so in that case we want to give the another connection. So at the end connection, suppose I have designed this type of connection. So this is my raptor and this is my end purlin here. And what I do, I will just add a one angle here, like that, right? So just consider I have designed my angle size is uh, 45 by 45 by 6. Okay, and I want to add here one plate, and then you can just bolt, and this angle is welded to the top of the raptor here. So you can just draw here, no need to uh, create the 3D model for this angle. So 45, just I have designed my angle size is 45, right? So 45 divided by 2, it's 22.5 from the center here. So you can give the DL command, okay, and just offset here 22.5 and just add the line. So suppose I want to give the angle length here, so 150 mm. So you can just give the 150 mm, okay, 150, and then go down, just right click, create similar, go down. Okay, so this is your center line of your raptor, sorry, angle. Okay, so this should be here. Yeah, this is the top line. Then just copy 45, then copy 45 and just trim. Okay, and you need to give your thickness for this angle. Okay, so 45 by 6 mm. So I will just copy this line by 6 mm. So you need to just show your angle size. Okay, it's like that. Then you can just trim this and just add the 2D line from this point to this point, right? Then after that you need to add your plate. So whatever you have designed, the size of the plate, like that, then like that. So 10 mm or 12 mm. So your plate representation like that. Okay, and then you can just add the bolt here, one bolt here and one bolt below. You have bolt category family, so you can just show here bolt, and you can add the weld symbol here, but in this type is round weld here. Okay, so yeah, so you can just give the bolt 2 M12 or M10 as per your requirement, and you need to add the bolt, sorry, weld symbol here. So suppose my weld is round weld. Okay, so you need to give the 6 mm. You can see here typical, right? So you need to give all the annotation. Okay, so you need to finish all the connection. So this connection have been covered. Then you need to give this connection also. So which type of connection you have add here. Then uh, we have, you need to see the 3D model, and you need to give all the connection, right? So we have given the connection for the base plate here, then this Z purlin, this end purlin, then similarly you need to give the raptor to raptor connection here. Then after that you need to give the side purlin, sorry, side girth connection. Okay, so where is applicable? Okay, so you can, yeah, you can see, so you just blown up this detail, and you can just add the plate and then two bolt. Okay, so all this connection you need to cover. Then after that you need to give the base plate connection for this C2 column, similarly we have given for C1, right? Then after that you need to cover all the side guards connection. All means you need to represent only one, but it's applicable for all locations, similar location. Then suppose if you have added some column here for supporting the doors, okay, then you need to give the base plate connection for that also. So I have one example sample drawing, so I don't I think we don't go each and every connection for this. So I have one sample drawing, so I will just open and I will show you how to add. So sample test, I will try to open. Yeah, it's open now. Okay, so this is one sample drawing and this is the 3D model. Okay, so you can see, I will hide this side wall. So this is polymer building. So yeah, I will hide this. Yes, so this is polymer building and some chemical tank is resting on this plane. Okay, and if you go here, so we have given the two staircase. So one plane, one tank is resting on this, right? And for this top access, so we have given this staircase. And after that, the top of this tank, from this top of the tank, we have another tank here. And for access both the tank top um, top area, we have given the this staircase also. Okay, so we need to create the drawings here. So if you go in drawings category, so just go here. Yeah, so these are my sheets. So if you see here, right, so these are sheets. So first sheet is plan sections, then reinforcement detail, then steel framing plan, steel framing elevation, steelwork details, then staircase details. Okay, so let's see one by one. So first drawing is your plan drawing. So in this you can see we have covered all the reinforced concrete part. Okay, so this is your plan. So this is the plinth. You need to give all the plinth set out dimension from the edge of the grid line or edge of the concrete. So you can see, then you can see here I section. So we have convert into the half tone. So our intention is in this drawing we need to cover only concrete information. So you can see we have given some plinth here, concrete plinth for the column, steel column here, like that. Okay, so you can see we have given all the 550 by 550 concrete column. Okay, so on this column our steel column is resting. Okay, then here if you go to, so small pedestal we have given here, this one. Okay, so what is the purpose? So we have given here in sections, so we can see, go to the view. Okay, so yeah, so the purpose is uh, in some emergency we have added the hose rail here. Okay, so hose rail is a mechanical part. Okay, so if I add the mechanical model, 3D model, so you can see all the tank, then hose rails here. So that's the we have given, but I don't have this mechanical model, so I can't show how it's. So this is only structural model, right? So if you go to the first drawing, so you can see all the concrete elements and their information here. So this is ground beam, right? 300 by 450 deep beam I have added. And if you see edge beam, so if you look at in 3D view, so you can see we have add this beam at the periphery, right? So you can see, and then also intermediate beam we have added here, right? Then if you go to plan, then section, so I have added section 1. So you can see this is section 1. So you can see this is the beam, then plinth, then I want to add here CJ, construction joint. Okay, so all those information you need to give here. So you can see I have given the information for this polythene sheeting, then black fill. Okay, this is my section A, and then I have blown up this detail. So this scale is 1:50, and is not possible to give the reinforcement information, because if I give the reinforcement here, so my drawing is looks messy, because the scale is very low here. So I have given in 1:2. So if I go to, so yeah, so this is drawing number 002. Next drawing, so if I go here, so you can see, so where is your detail A? So yes, so you can see I have given the detail A here. So you can just add the DL command for this reinforcement, and you can give the all information here. So if you go, so I have cut the section whenever I want to add. So just section 1, then section 2 I have given through this plane, because I want to highlight the plane details here. Then section 3 I have given through the beam. I want to represent the beam exact how it looks. Then 4, yes, so I have some drain here, some chemical is split on this floor. Then yeah, I will show you in 3D view. Yes, so if you see here drain, yeah, this one, right? So some chemical is split on this floor, so they split in this drain and just collect in this sump. Okay, and just we have given the projection to the main drain um, chamber or any collection structure. Okay, so we have given this projection, so you need to represent the slope. So which slope you have given, so you can see the top of concrete here 21.24. So I have just give the slope here, so 21.18. Then if you go here, so this is 20.98, so this is lower level. Similarly 20.98, and this is higher level. So all those liquid will be flow in this direction and just collect in this sump. Okay, so let's see one by one all the section. So this is your horizontal section, you need to cover all the horizontal information. Then if you go to the next drawing, so this is your section 2. Okay, what I do, I will hide these reference lines, hide by category. Okay, so you can see this is your section 2 through the plinth. Okay, so this section is 1:25, so I have covered all the information, reinforcement information here. So this is your beam information. So I have given here 3 and 16, means 3 and 16 bar dia top and bottom. Then this is your link call out. Then we have given the wall here, the one vertical bar come here, and we have given the 2 bar. Then you can see the reinforcement arrangement for the plinth. Okay, so first we need to cast this slab, main slab, and after that we need to cast this plinth. Okay, so all those information you need to give. So I have used here mesh. Okay, then you can see this the plinth drain. Okay, so how it looks, so I have cut the section 2, so it looks like. Then if you go to the next section 3, so I have cut this section through the beam. So how it looks, my drain and all those things you can see. So this is your concrete column, and this is your steel column, and you need to cover all information. Then yeah, so I have cut this section through the drain uh, uh, sump, right? So this is our sump. So if you can see the reinforcement arrangement here, so this is beam reinforcement, and this is your plinth in reinforcement, and we have given the wall here, wall for the sump. Okay, so then grating, so you need to cover the grating here. Okay, so all those information you need to give. Then if you go to the section 5, so where we have cut this section 5, 4 and 6. So okay, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, I will check section 5. Yeah, section 5 we have cut here, you can see through the column. So we want to show the top view of this column, so you can see. Okay, so this is your section 5, right? Then section 6, So this 350 thick wall, I want to give the reinforcement. So I have cut the section 6 from 001. Then this is detail A. Previously we have saw where is applicable. So beams and wall connection. So you need to draw the reinforcement as per that and give the all information. Then if you see here, this is the detail B. Okay, so this is your intermediate beam. Then if you see detail number C. Okay, so you can see here. So CJ, right? So I don't want to cast this whole slab in one sequence. So you know you can just provide the CJ at your as per your requirement. So if you see, we have highlight the CJ mark here. So yeah, so this is our CJ. So right side of grid C and left side of grid D. So if you go here, so you can see this dotted line. So this is your CJ. Okay, so this one. So you if your volume of the concrete or area of concrete is not possible in one sequence for the casting, so you can add the CJ. So you need to give the CJ location also. So you can see I have given the CJ here from the edge of this structure to up to here, so 13.7 meter. So this CJ you can reflect in section just dotted line, but I have given the detail C on next drawing. So if you go to the detail C, so my CJ detail is like that. So what I do, I will provide the pour sequence. So this part I will, right side part of the slab I will cast first and then provide the dowels here, and then after casting pour 1, then I can just start to casting pour 2. So you can see, so you need to represent, so you should go to you should give the lap for the reinforcement for the pour 2. So all those information you need to give here. Then if you go to, yeah, so D here, so all those, yes, so D, what is the D? Yeah, detail D is for your drain. So you can see I have given this gritting and drain 160 thick, 160 wide, and I have given some non-shrink cementitious ground around this. So this is as per my design. Okay, so you need to cover all those information. Then if you go here, detail E. So detail E, where we have given the detail E. So detail E, yes. So detail E we have given. So I want to just represent your existing structure and your new structure. So this is your new structure, right? So here is some existing structure. Okay, so you can see bioreactor 4. So I want to give the detail here, how to excavation here. So you can add here. So I think this detail we have cut. Okay, so detail E. So with reference, so let's see on which drawing. Okay, so this detail E we have cut from this drawing, but the section is not. So this is detail E, D. Okay, this is section 5. Okay, so if you see the plan, so I have just, yeah, so yeah, model. So here is some existing model, okay, or existing structure already placed here. So I have just given the profile here. So you can see bioreactor wall. So here is the bioreactor wall, and we need to give all the information. The distance between two structure, existing structure and our new structure is 2.6. So all this information I want to give here. Then if you go the next drawing, this is your steel framing. So previously we saw we have given all those members size here, member tagging here. Okay, and here is I have given the for the staircase. Okay, so you can see roof framing plan. Then you can see here, you need to give the notes here, whatever you have given the nodes, and you can see this is your member schedule. So what is the size of C1, what is the size of R1 for Raptor beam bracing. Okay, then purlins, fascia purlins. Okay, so all those things you need to cover in your table. Then if you go to the steel framing elevation, so you can see I have given the all four side elevation. So sectional elevation on grid 2, then 1, sorry, 3, then 3 and 1 and 4. So you need to give all elevation, and then you can see I have given the detail for this base plate, then B1 to E connection. So we have given splice connection, then cross bracing connection. Okay, then here column to Raptor, sorry, beam to column connection or Raptor connection. Then here at both the beam connection with Raptor. Okay, so we have covered this in elevation. Then if you see, I don't have, yes, so you can see this detail F I have given here. This is if I see in model, so you can see at this center point I have given this type of detail. Okay, so you can see I have given the column. So this is my, as per my design requirement, so I have given the connection here. So one beam is welded on this column, and I have provided the two Raptor here. Okay, so this connection I want to highlight here. Okay, steel framing plan, this one. Then yes, so next detail G. So detail G, you can see I have covered this splice connection for the column, then this fascia purlin means side purlin, then this C purlins. So let's see one by one all details. Okay, so you can see this is your detail 1 for the base plate of the column C1. So you can see I have given detail 1 from drawing number 04. Then this is your section, right? This is your cross bracing. How? So I will give here plate and one bolt, and you can see the detail D. Okay, so this is your column, and column to column I have given the splice connection. Then vertical bracing is also come, so you can see I have given the plate connection. Then this is the bolt connection, so I have given the 200 from the center of the column and just add the splice, right? So you need to cover all those things. So if I cut this section in this side, so you can see it looks like, so this is your splice connection for the column, and this is your B1 connection to the Raptor. So you can see, so one piece of this B1 is welded to the web of this Raptor, right? And up to 200 we have given the plate connection. So this one plate is welded to this B1, and one plate is welded to this B1, and just bolting for connection, both the, just connect to both the B1. Okay, then you can see the details, all these things. So you need to give the center to center distance between bolt, edge distance, base plate size. So this plate size, okay, so this is 12 mm thick. Then I have given the bolt weld symbol. Then this is the bolt information. Then this is your column splice connection. So this plate is connect to the web of this column, and this plate is connect to the flange of this column. Okay, so as per my design we need to give the connection. So you can see 3, section 3 you can see like that. Then detail D. So detail D at the corner of the first corner column. Okay, so one B1 is going, and just if I add the vertical bracing, so you need to give all the details. So you can see, right? So this plate is going up to here, so I have highlight in dark line, but this plate is below the behind the flange. Okay, so you can see I have drawn in dotted line. So you should take care all those things, how it looks and where you cut the section. Okay, then if you go to the, yeah, so this is the connection at the center of the structure. So one column is coming, then I have add one beam, then two Raptor. So both the Raptor is connect with this connection. So I have designed as per my requirement. Okay. Then next connection is K. Yeah. So this is horizontal bracing. So one B1, and you can see the C1 below this one. So this I section is your C1. So you have C from the top, and then this is your Raptor. And suppose I have added both the bracing, so you need to give the connection. So if I show you in 3D view, so you can see, yeah, so this connection, right? So this is your column and both the connection, and this, oops, I will just oh yeah, and this is your horizontal bracing angle, right? Yeah, so I have given this connection. So if you look at in 3D 2D, so you can see. So these all elements are your 3D view, not the 2D, right? So if I select, so you can see here. So this is your 3D element. Suppose I have select both the elements and just jump in 3D view. So those elements, this one. So, okay. So still work, and I have select and just go to your 3D. So you can see this element is selected here. So this is not 3D, sorry, this is not 2D. So all the elements is in 3D. But if you select this plate, so this is your 2D. So this is the medium line, then this is the your bolt. Okay, so you need to just blown up your detail from actual elevation. Okay, and then add your plate connection, bolt connection, then tagging. Okay, then yes, so this is detail G. So this is your corner higher elevation. So our slope is starting from this point to this point. So I have given the one connection from this side and one connection from this side, lower point. So whenever I want to fill, so we need to give the connection here for better understanding when the third person reading my drawing. So you can just add the connection detail. Then if you go to the next drawing, so this is your staircase. So this is your plan. So this stair is start from this point to this point. I will show you in 3D model. Yeah, so this stair. Okay, so this stair is just start from this point, and enter through the building. Okay, so I have given this. So our building inside this side. Okay, and I have given the north as per that. Then you need to cover the section. In section, you can see. So this is your sections. So number of the riser and number of the trades you need to give here. So this is your working point here, and higher working point here. So all the member, then 16 equal riser, then here 16 equal trades. Okay, so you need to give the all information here. Then I have designed the steel platform for that, so I will cover all the connection here. Then this is section in this direction 2, right? And this is key plan. So this is my stair 1 and this is my stair 2 and this is my building. Okay, so you can see I have highlight here stair 1 plan. Okay, and if you go to the next drawing, so this is your stair 2. Yeah, so these are the connection for this plane, for where the start stair is start. So all the connection and concrete information I have covered here. Then if you go to the next drawing, so this is your stair 2. Okay, so all the information you need to cover in our drawings. So these are the different types of presentation of the your connection. So if you go to the our drawing, so suppose this is your live project, so you need to give all the connection, right? And then you can add the number of drawings as per that, doors, windows, connection. So most of the door and roller shutter, this is part of the architectural. So architectural guys created the details for this rolling shutter. So which material and what material, so single lip, double lip. So wind, what we'll do, we need to just give the note here, refer to architectural drawings. If you have drawing number, or if you know the drawing number for the architectural, so you can just give the number here, refer to architectural drawings so and so for the door details, then roller shutter details, then lowers detail. But structural part you need to do, right? So suppose I will just, yes, snap, yes, snap, where is snap? Yes. So yeah, so this is your lure. So you need to just give the member same size member or whatever you have designed. Then you need to give the connection here, then add here as per your design. Okay, so then you need to give this connection also. Then here is the same connection applicable. Then similarly door. So in roller shutter we have already column here, but sometime if your dollars roller shutter size small, so you need to add extra column as per your design. Then you need to cover all the connection for that also. Okay, so this is 2D part. So if you go to the notes, we know how to add the notes. You need to go to the legend and just create a notes. Then detail part, most of the detail part, if you want to add some lines, so you can, so you can see here the lines here. Okay, if you want to add lines as per your requirement, you can go manage, additional setting, and line styles. So we know how to add the lines. Okay, so create new, give the projection, line projection, color, and which type of line or sign you can give from here, and you can complete your 2D requirement whatever. Then symbols, so symbols you can go to the detail items, so you can add the bolt family, nut family. Okay, so you can cover all those things. Okay, so structural, if you go again, and where we are, so in structural part, system rotation. Yes, so in annotation, so if you want to represent the dimension, so you can go here annotation, right? So you have option here, align, linear, angular, or radial, diameter. Okay, so you can give here, or simply you can give the di command. Okay, so if I give the di command, so you can see here, right? So suppose I want to go here, right, and give the di command, so you can see by using this option you can add the dimensions, right? Then if you go, so this part is dimension for radial, radius, diameter, arc length, so you can use this. Spot elevation, so if you want to represent the level top of concrete in section or elevation or plan, so you can use this spot elevation. Okay, so this is my top of concrete is 0, right? So you can use this. Then spot coordination, spot coordinate. So suppose x and y coordinates I want to represent here, so you have option here. So the x and y between the grid a and 1, so you can just highlight this. So north equal to 0 and east equal to 0. Suppose I want to highlight here, so you can see n equal to minus 12,000 and 10,000. Okay, depends on your location of this, because initially we have set here 0 comma 0. On the basis of that you can give here. Then slope. Okay, if you go to the sections and highlight the slope, so you have option here, slope. So you can just highlight the slope, and you have option here 1.5. If you increase this distance, reference distance, so this gap will be increased. So spot elevation you can use. Spot slope. Then detail lines, if you want to add this 2D lines, so you can use this. Region, i- if you want to hatch some part, so you can create as per your requirement. So if you click here region and click here fill region, Okay, so you have different types of fill region, or if you want to create as per your new requirements, so you can create and you can assign the pattern from here, whatever you want to show. So these are the different types of pattern: concrete, cross hatch, diagonal hatch. So you can create. Then if you go to the region and mask, suppose if you want to mask some part, right? uh, Mask from your 3D element. Suppose I want to mask here, so I will use this and up to here. So you can see you have mask. Okay, and if you don't want to show this border line, so go to here and just convert into non invisible lines. So you have option and complete. So you can see if you want to mask some part, so you can use this masking region. Component, if you insert some element, okay, from the family, so you need to go here detail component, and whatever you have insert from the library you can just place here. Suppose I want to add the bolt, so just add the bolt. So this is the detail component. Okay, then repeating detail component. Okay, so if I uh, click here, and right now we have only repetitive CME wall, concrete masonry wall. So you can see, so sometimes we are showing the masonry wall, so these are the blocks. So if you want to show this in sections or elevations, so you can use this. So this is repeating. So if you go here, component, repeating detail components. So if you want to highlight some concrete CME wall, right, so you can use this. Then revision cloud, right? So if you want to add the revision cloud, so you have option here. So just go and just add the revision cloud like that. Suppose if you want to highlight some part uh, with hold, or just need to confirm TBC or to be confirmed, so you can use the revision cloud. Then detail group is not, yeah. So next is text, so you can use the text option. Then check spelling. So this is also most important part. So whenever you have added the text, so you can just, suppose I want to run the check spelling, so you can just click here. So you can suggest. So our dimension are millimeters, so our spelling mistake here, so you can go here and say here change all. So where we have given this word, so is automatically replaced, change all. Then capacity also needs to change all. So this is your spelling mistake. Then capacity of soil, change all, or all, change all. Yeah, so each phase is ignore all. I want to just show here each phase. So ignore all, FGL, ignore all, TOC. I want to represent as per that. So ignore all, TOS, ignore all, spell check complete. So once you done your drawing, so you should check this spell check. Find replace. So if you want to find some word, so you can use this and replace. Same in AutoCAD or Excel sheet or in Word sheet. Then this is your tagging. Okay, so if you want to add the tag, so you can use this tagging. Then if you work, you go here, so here is some symbol here, north arrow or center line, right? So if you working on the some standard template, for example this one, okay, so you can see if you go to the annotation, right, and symbols, go to here, so you can see the number of symbols here. So this scale bar, north arrow, okay, so you can ready, you can get the ready here, because the client has been created as per the own setting here. So he wants section mark as per that, then he wants top of concrete as per that, he wants north, some special shape here. Okay, so in that case you don't need to create. Okay, then if you go again, so symbol, in symbols you can find the north arrow, scale bar, all those things. Then okay, so modify, yes. So if you go to the structural, then systems structure. Okay, so we need to cover this. Yes, so truss. I think this truss brace and beam system. See, this part is also most important from the for the steel structure. So we will cover in next session. So before going that in structural, so rebar is also we will see how to add the rebar in 3D view. So you can add it. So I will explain in next session. Then component we saw. Then yeah, if you want to add some opening, so you can use this option, and this is grid line. So if you go to the annotation is done, analyzing not for view, yeah, in view sections, if you want to add sections, so you can use this sections call out. So right now only three option for us here important. These are the advanced here, and schedule. So if you want to add the schedule, so you can use this schedule. Then manage. In this manage, so if you want to add some line style, so you need to go here additional setting, and you can add from the line style. Then most important part is modify. Okay, so if you click here modify, so you have option here. So whenever you want to edit some elements, and if you select, suppose I want to edit this element and I have select, so this modify table is active, automatically active here. Okay, so first is cut. Simple, I want to cut, so just use this cut and paste. So whenever you want to add, so you can use this option. Then copy, just control C control V from one drawing to another drawing. Okay, and then match. Suppose I want to match some element, so this is my C2, I want to match C2 here also, so just use the MA command, so you can see this C2 is done. Okay, so you can use the match command. Okay, then cope. Okay, so what I do, I will just add the, okay, where I will just close this file and go to our model. Okay, okay, so what I do, I will go ground level, right, and I want to add the column here, so I will use the same size, so just copy. Okay, and 305, and I want to add the beam here, just 305. Yes, and suppose I have modeled this column and beam, right? And if you look at in 3D view, it looks like okay. What I do, I will just cut to the section here and go to view, and you need to change here fine and hidden, and this beam is exactly top of the column. Okay, so this beam I want to just move up here like that. Okay, if you look at in 3D view, it looks like okay. If I look in plan, I will just extend the edit view range. Okay, so here is 100, so I will just check here. So our ground floor here, right? So you need to give the range here. Okay, so go to your plan. Yes, so go to your view range, and you need to increase this, right? So I will just give here 1.5 meter. This is 1.5 meter and apply. Okay, go again, visibility graphics. Okay, yes, so just increase 2.5, and here is also 2.5. Not able to see. Okay, so I will just give here unlimited. So what happen? So all this column we can see to view. Okay, so what I do, I will just give as per our location. So if you compare this, right? So this column. Okay, I will explain in next session view range. Okay, so let's see cope regarding the cope. So if you go to the row, so let's try to see. You can see this beam and column also. So if I extend this, okay, so I want to give the connection between this column and beam. Okay, so this is the wrong way to represent. I want to give the scope here, means this beam is scope from 10 mm or 20 mm, and just turn and just like that. So you can model this. Okay, so you need to select this and go to here scope, right? You have two options. First, apply scope. So select here, right, and select first elements. Those elements want to cope. So I want to cope this element or this beam. So I will select first and later this column. So you can see this beam is cope here. So if you look at in 3D view, so you can see it looks like. So you can use the cope option, right? Then you can control this cope dimension. So if I measure this, so this is 20 mm. Okay, but I want to give the 10 mm. So you need to select this beam and you have apply this coping distance. So this coping distance you can change. You can see this is 10 mm. Okay, so oops, not able to see. Yeah, so this is 10 mm. So if you want to cope some part, suppose I want to add this beam and just coming like that. Okay? And if you look at in 3D view, it looks like right. So this is your column and this is also okay, and I want to just match the top of. Okay, so you need to go in section again, go to view. Okay, and this beam is also exactly at this level, right? So I will remove this constraint and just add here. So this beam is coming from this direction and you need to give the connection here, plate connection to the web of this I section. So you can just give the cope here. So I want to cope this element first. So select cope, select this element and this element. So you can see I have given the cope here like that. If you cut the section in plans, so you can see. So I want to cut the section like that and go to view. Then you need to change this fine and hidden. So you can see. Okay, so you can see I have add the cope distance here, right? So you can use this cope. Then uncope. Suppose I want to remove this cope. So you can select remove cope and just remove the cope. Opposite, right? Then cut and uncut. So we saw how if you want to cut some elements, so you can just add the reference plane and use this option. Then join. Yes, so if your two elements with same material and you want to join, so you can just use this. Opposite, cut, uncut. If you don't want to cut, so you can just use join, unjoin, the same thing. Okay, so remaining features we will see in tomorrow session. So what is the purpose for join, unjoin rope, then beam joint connections, then wall joints, then this is here is a side face, uh, then here paint. If you want to add some paint, so you can use this different paints, then demolish. So suppose in your structures some part is needs to demolish. So for example this brick, this wall we want to demolish, so you need to highlight this in your drawing, so you can use this demolish option. Then this is align, uh, array command and all those things. So how to use, we will see in next session. Okay, so any question, any doubts on 2D drawings, so you can ask. So I think Suleka has raised a question regarding the section mark. Okay, so I am not to go here. So in that case, if the section mark is not visible, okay, you have given the section, but section mark not visible. So just check the scale. So view scale is 1 to 10 here, or another, both the scale. So detail 2 and this section. So just check the view scale are same for both. Then you can get the section mark.
Okay.
Yeah. So any question? Any doubt? Yeah. Samir?
No, sir.
Okay. So once we done, I will provide you this CAD standard, Revit standard sheet. Previously, I have shared, so you can see how to add the. Then you can get the library ready here. Then you can use the all the symbols and all those things. So once we done all session, so end of the session, I will share with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so good night all. Tomorrow's session is 7:30.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay,
Good
so
night.
thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.